Hello everyone and welcome to Magic and Musings. My name is Candice, and if you've been hanging out with me for a little while or you're brand new to the space, welcome. So let's take a moment to check in with ourselves, to pause, to slow down and just open up the space and see what energies want to be spoken to today or reflected on. So far, the energy over the last couple of days has been really interesting. So I'm not too sure what to make of it just yet as it pertains to this check-in for the collective. I just know what I sense for myself. So it'll be very interesting. But I'll just let you know straight off the bat, I have hay fever right now. So if I start sniffling or sneezing or my voice sounds different, that is why. Okay. So the invitation is there to participate in this somatic practice. If you would like to skip ahead, you are more than welcome to do so. However, I do recommend just being here for a moment, just pausing in this moment. So if you're not doing it with me, then doing it for yourself. Especially because at the time of this reading it is December, and we all know how crazy December can be. So it's just a good idea to be practicing nervous system regulation, or even just taking a pause, you know. So yeah, let's do that. And just slow down for a moment, which is always recommended, obviously, not just in the month of December. So if you have space to put your feet on the ground, then that is an invitation for you to plant your feet on the ground and just feeling the earth beneath your feet. If you're seated on a chair, just feeling yourself melt into the chair. And finding any spaces in the body where you can soften just a little bit. And just bringing your awareness to the breath without necessarily changing anything. Oh, excuse me. And just being here. Being in this moment now. And just noticing any parts in the body where there might be some tension. I so apologize for this hay fever situation. This is so annoying. And just bringing some breath to those areas where you're feeling a little bit tense, or where you feel you could soften just a little bit more. So I'm just going to adjust myself. Of course, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you're quite comfortable, that's amazing. I'm just shifting back in my seat because I do tend to lean forward. So there's just a need to pull back. And be here. Just again focusing on the breath, focusing on deepening the breath, I should say, in a way that feels comfortable for you, in a way that feels good. And just inviting you to, drop your belly, let it hang out, feeling comfortable in the body. And again, just checking in and seeing where you can soften just that little bit more. We're just opening up the space for any reflections or contemplations around the current collective energy, particularly pertaining to either the fire, earth, or water signs. We did do the air signs last week. So if any of those energies want to be spoken to, then please present yourself. And just taking one more deep breath here. Deep breath in and really focusing on that exhale and letting go of anything that you don't need in this very moment. And again, inviting any sound that wants to come through. And when you're ready, slowly bringing your awareness back to the screen, taking your time. And you can start looking around the room really, really slowly. This is a process called orienting. So you're just orienting back into the space. And this just allows the body to feel safe in whatever space you're in. So you can look anywhere in the room, behind you, in front of you, down below, up above. And the aim is to not label anything, it's just to look around. And when you're doing this by yourself, or usually in a somatic context, you're doing this really, really, really slowly. But obviously for the purpose of this video, I'm just doing it very quickly. So just bringing the attention to the body. And back to the screen. Okay, so apart from the fact that I have hay fever, and this very strange energy is lingering around, we'll just see what comes through the cards and we can have a chat about it. So if, before we move further before I get the cards, I should say, okay, flat off the bat, you guys know, the ones that have been with me for a while, like, it's hard to shut me up. So this energy is very interesting because it's like how does this want to be explained? It's almost like I just want to be in this like bubble of safety and not wanting to talk to anybody right now, wanting to slow down big time, even wanting to sleep. So I'm not too sure what's going on, but we'll see what comes up. Yeah, it's this energy of like saying less and holding more space. Now, I know for those who do go on, you know, if you've got social media, I don't, but if you've got social media or you've been watching YouTube a lot of you would have seen the whole holding space meme with the Wicked cast. There's so much I can say about that, but I really want to emphasize that the whole premise behind holding space is to put yourself in a position of being with your shit, essentially, like just being with emotions, being able to process it in real time, and giving things space, or giving things time to really settle. Like what's that phrase that I like to use, where it's not coming to me right now. I'm just gonna say it. The energy's been interesting. I feel like I want to go to sleep. I feel like I just don't want to do anything at all, apart from just watching TV, which is odd because I don't watch a lot of TV. Actually, I don't watch TV at all, but I'm speaking of like watching movies or series or something like that. I'm hearing escapism, which is interesting because I feel like what has been going on for a little while now and might be ramping up is doing our shadow work and really being with those parts of us that we usually tend to try to hide, or those parts of us that are not seen, that are suppressed. But because because of the planetary changes and how everything's been happening on an energetic level, those things are going to come to the fore even more. Didn't know I was a rapper, but there you are. So if you're pretty sensitive to energies, you'll be feeling this even more so on an energetic level. So you might feel very lethargic, you might feel probable aches and pains, even more so than usual, or just very, very, very little energy. For some, it might seem very strange, like you feel like you're on another planet almost, like I don't actually quite know how to describe it. It's more like a very strange sensation going on. And that's happening for a variety of different reasons. It's going to be different for everybody. But there is a collapsing of energies I'm hearing. There's a collapsing of structure. And some of that is on an energetic level. So yeah, if you're feeling all sorts of wackadoodle, then you're not alone. I'm just letting you know. It's being felt throughout the collective. Just not a lot of people are talking about it because I don't know if many will understand it, but yeah, it's a very hard energy, very challenging energy to describe to people. But never mind. Let's see what wants to come through, what signs we're working with, what energies we're working with. I was getting fire energy before, so we'll see if that comes out. So let's see, what shall we do? We'll use, where is it? Okay, let's see. I'm not always as discombobulated. Sometimes it depends on the energy. I'll be all over the place, but like the energy specifically over the last 2 or 3 days have been really bizarre. So yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on. I do know that there are several planets in retrograde at the moment, Mercury being one of them, I believe, Mars. So there are multiple planets in retrograde, and what that's calling us to do is to really slow down. And so this is what some might be feeling like this ridiculous feel. How do I explain this even? It's just this massive slowing down to the point of perhaps not even speaking much if you're a talkative person. Okay, so let's see what energies want to be spoken to today. So we've got Earth. All right, Earth energy. So we're dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Strong Capricorn. And I'm seeing the throat chakra as well. So yeah, there might be difficulty speaking. I feel like this is happening for me personally right now. I'm just like, yeah, there's like the words don't want to come out. There's this desire to express things and do this and get things done. But in it, the body just doesn't want to comply. So I'm not sure if some of you are feeling this way, especially if you're an air sign. Well, you could be an air sign or have those placements. But if you're an earth sign, even more so, the need to ground your energy right now. And I did get fire before, so if you are a fire sign as well, for sure, taking the time that you need to replenish, to reassess, to slow the F down, even though we are in Sagittarius season, which is a fire sign. Yeah, there's a need to slow down. So if it seems that I'm just like kind of all over the place, that is the energy. It's very much all over the place. There's so many things happening at this point in time. We have a full moon this week, and we have Pluto in Aquarius. So there's a lot of changes. If you're not seeing it physically, it's definitely happening on an energetic level. So I don't know, my friends. I don't know what to say. I'm just like, there's a strong energy of just like wanting to be by yourself, like be alone. The number 3 might be significant as well. Just going to be making some notes. Earth and so yes, we will be slowing down today because that is what is required. That is what the energy is asking of us. That is what self is asking of us. All right, let's get some cards and just start pulling and see what comes up. What do we need to see? What do the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus need to know, reflect on? So we've got 5th house, passion. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, interesting. So we've got 5th house, passion. We've got Uranus, change. And we've got semi-square, quincunx. I'm still not sure how to pronounce that bloody word. Tension. And then at the bottom of the deck, overall energy, we've got retrograde. So, and it's speaking of reviewing. And we said that before. We said that this is a time of, well, at the time of this reading anyway, it doesn't matter when you come across it, there's this energy of, well, actually, sorry, just backtracking a bit. there are multiple planets in retrograde. So if you're feeling this slowness, this need to really review what's going on, some of you might be cleaning up house, like tidying up your house, decluttering, creating more space. I know I'm doing that, and I can speak for a lot of others too. But just assessing where you're at right now. I mean, generally in December, we tend to do this right before the new year, so we can do the new me, new year, new me type of vibe. So generally, you know, December, we're dotting I's and crossing T's, but at this, with all the planetary alignments, we're really needing to review possibly even things that just assessing whether we are doing the things that bring life into us, that breathe life into us, I should say. And I'm hearing fire signs, or with, you know, also passion. Fire sign is a sign of passion. So reviewing those things that really light us up, or contemplating and reflecting on things with that in mind as a context. Is this thing breathing life into me, or is it draining the shit out of me? So that kind of vibe. There's some definite change on the way. We all know this. Well, most of us know this. Some of us can sense this. There is massive change on the way, or it's already happening for a lot of us. And I did say calm. Did I say this in this video? No, I didn't. So there's this feeling of the calm before the storm. That's what I would closely relate it to, is this downtime before this massive change happens. And if you look closely at the card, you can see there's all these like clouds and things happening, and then on the other side of it there's the bright colors. So there's, yeah, again, tension, you know. So whether you're in a space of clashing with people right now, you know, this could be a very passionate engagement, as in, I said it before, this fiery energy, this fiery type of confrontation, if you will, either with people or with yourself. Overall, change is happening. Change is happening, and it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. There's also a lot of releasing as well. So you might be releasing things that no longer serve you, or releasing things that don't feel like they are. I keep hearing pranic force, or this prana, which is like life force. Prana is life force. So if it's not adding to your life force, if it's not adding to your energy, if it's depleting your energy, then these things are going to start shifting, and it might for some shift very, very rapidly. There might even be tension in relationships as well. As you're, for some, this is not pertaining to everyone, doesn't pertain to everyone, but this questioning of your relationships, does it breathe life into me, or does it deplete me? And it doesn't have to be romantic or spousal in nature. This could be friendships, family, any type of connections, work connections, because the card that I pulled out to you know, take a look at which elements we're working through was the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. So there might be some tension within collaborations, or business partnerships, or work situations, or any space where you're working with other people. Community, it could be as well. So again, we are reading for earth, air, sorry. Oh my God. What is it? Earth energy. So Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. There is how does this want to be explained? I'm getting the word interception. This interception of fire energy. Because every time I'm trying to say something, I'm getting these blasts of like a fire sign. Like this fiery type of energy. So you may be dealing with the fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Or a person who embodies that kind of energy. So someone who is very either ambitious or highly energetic or very talkative. And maybe that is where this tension is happening, is because you're just feeling in this energy of, I just want to chill, I just want to relax, I just want to you know, take care of myself and be in solitude. And then there's this like very vibrant energy in your space, and you're just like, mate. The tension here. Oh, wow. Let's take some deep breaths together. I'm just going to invite you to breathe with me through this. This is obviously nervous system regulation. And as I'm regulating myself, the invitation is there to also take some deep breaths. Even if you're not feeling anything activated in particular, it's a good practice to do as frequently as you can, because sometimes things will be going on and you're not even aware that there's a particular way that you respond to stimulus. So having these practices become a routine or ritual, even just at the start to begin with, until it becomes very much organic and natural, is highly recommended. Because when we're dealing with things like lots of change and conflict and retrogrades, things are, it is so easy to get caught up in that kind of frequency. And we just, you know, I'm seeing a vision of the White Rabbit of Alice in Wonderland with his watch and his monocle, and he's like, tick, 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 tock, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, you know, we can easily get caught up in that type of fast-paced energy where the retrogrades are asking you to really pull back. And I'm hearing the word perspective. Why am I hearing that? It's about, I'm hearing slow down. So it's about the slowing down process, because when we're operating from a very fast-paced space, or we're going 1,000,000 miles an hour, there's things that we'll miss. We will miss things that are either very important, or we'll miss the subtleties of how life wants to present itself to us, how life wants to show us what we need, and just generally to take care of this physical vessel that we inhabit, right? So you're really working through and figuring out your own ways of coping with tension, with stress, with change in general, because change for some can be really disconcerting. It can be not everybody deals well with change, especially if it's of a magnitude that is very sudden, that is stormy for the most part. Not everyone knows how to deal with that in a productive way. So there may be a need for you to really lean into ways that you can slow down, whatever that looks like. Even if it is just releasing belief systems about and around I'm hearing the word hustle, like hustling, going fast, doing all the things, being in a space of doing as opposed to being. I'm getting called to do the tarot, so I'm going to pull some cards and dive into this a little bit deeper. What do we want to use? All right, so let's dive a bit deeper, see what's going on. But overall, change is here, whether we like it or not. These cards have been coming up for months now. The numbers 7, 6, and 9 are relevant. It is the 9th of December at the time of this read, so 9 might be relevant for you. I've just seen the star card as well, so you may be an Aquarius or be dealing with one. Okay, so what is the current energy for the earth signs? Okay. Obstacles. 22:22 on the clock. So you might be seeing 2s a lot. 22, 22, 22, 222. What are the obstacles for the earth signs? Advice. Yeah, be aware to not get distracted. There's this massive energy of being distracted, getting pulled away. So in current energy, we have King of Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. So I'd say, you know, other than the energy situation, like feeling depleted, you're in a good space. There's some opportunities, there's either opportunities that have already presented itself or are on its way. For some, this might be in connection or in regards to love with the Ace of Cups here. We've also got the Queen of Cups, King of Swords. So this might be like an actual power couple situation here. King of Swords, Queen of Cups. It doesn't have to be male and female. It's just the energies. And, you know, these are two people, one who is very much in tune with themselves, very much an intuitive presence, very nurturing presence, and the other very wise, very logical, knows what they want, and has very strong emotional intelligence and emotional capacity. But if this is not in regards to a love situation, you might just be pulling in opportunities that are emotionally fulfilling. There might be people that you, and this might be in the realms of actual people that you're attracting into your life, whether they be friends or otherwise, that are here to support you, that are going to allow some kind of emotional fulfillment. I don't know if I said that before. Or if not, this is you being... How does this want to be said? You realizing within yourself, she's got her hands right here, so you realizing within yourself that you have these qualities, you or embracing these qualities within yourself, embracing the nurturing side of you, the intuitive side of you, very giving energy, and you know, and then someone who is quite wise in their ways, very intelligent. So you might be realizing these aspects within yourself. Let's get some clarity on this. What do we want to clarify? So yeah, this, as I said, despite the fact that you're feeling quite drained, or you may or may not be, you know, some of you might not be feeling it necessarily the way that some of the more sensitive earth signs of maybe feeling it. I'm not an earth sign, so I do have earth in my chart, but yeah, if you're not feeling in that energy, that's slowing down, that needing to slow down, the needing to declutter your space, or all of that, you're just holding space for new things to come in, whatever that looks like. I'm just taking a big deep sigh, because the mind is bringing in the whole holding space meme with the wicked cast. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to shake my head, because I feel like something very pure and very therapeutic is being taken completely out of context. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so to clarify current energy, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, we could be definitely working on some things. This is Taurus energy. Working on something with... bear with me. With the intention of it gaining some type of traction, or we look at it as harvesting something. So planting some type of seed so that one day it'll be a fruitful endeavor. So whatever that is in your life, I'm not too sure. It's going to look different for everybody. So this could be within a love partnership, or it could be friendship. Perhaps if it's not love that you're wanting to manifest, in terms of like planting the seed, putting the intention into out there anyway. This could be friendships. This could be people who get you, people who understand you, people who fulfill you emotionally because you feel seen and heard and safe. Let's get one more for current energy. But overall, this is good times, even though it might not feel that way. I just got way too much cards there, so I'll just get one more, please. Right, there's some sort of planning that's happening here as well with the Seven of Pentacles. I'm just being drawn to the retrograde. So, you know, this is a great time for planning, not really a great time for implementing because of all the retrogrades. So just something to think about when you're putting plans into action. Of course, use your discernment and don't give your power away to tarot or cards or anything like that. Go with what you feel intuitively is the right thing for you. We've also got Page of Swords. So this is about, you know, taking your time, thinking before you're acting. Page of Swords can be quite a restless type of energy. So this is air energy. So yeah, there may be a need to just really slow down, because especially if you're feeling like slowing down, but there's these like wild energies around you. So yeah, if you're wanting to put something in place, if you're wanting to, let's use the word manifest. I have a very different relationship with that word. So, you know, if you're wanting to bring something in, you're wanting to call something into your life, or there's an intention to work on something, then there is a need to be really discerning. I'm hearing with your energy, what you put your energy into, what pace you're acting with. Perhaps you need more information, thinking before you're taking any action, especially now with all these planets in retrograde. So again, 7 is very relevant here, the number 7, which is a number of reflection in the tarot anyway. And then in the outcome, we've got the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords. So yeah, for some, there's this need to really calm and still the mind. With the Page of Swords here as well, you may be really thinking a lot, or overthinking, or going down some type of spiral as well. There's that possibility of spiraling into thought. Perhaps you've got lots of ideas and you're wanting to take action on it, but there is a need to really just slow down. I will get clarity on that as well. But with the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant here in the obstacles, it's read as it's in the shadow position. So yeah, there may be a need for you to really just be very, very present with well, practicing and being in presence and watching those thoughts, because I feel like with the Queen of Cups here as well as the Ace of Cups, whatever you're putting out there is you're putting energy out there. So, you know, you might be putting forth energies that, how does this want to be said? There's just a strong emphasis on discernment and what you're putting out there, like what you're saying. because our words are essentially spell work. Like, things that we're saying is energy, things that we're thinking is energy. So whatever we're thinking and saying, watch that. Be very mindful of that. And I'm wondering if this is why I'm getting this sense of not saying anything, not speaking words, not even thinking thoughts, which is very possible, by the way. And I'm not saying not thinking any thoughts, but it's a witnessing of thoughts. To say if you have a thought, query into that using self-inquiry and querying into where the thought actually comes from in the first place. I don't know why that needs to be said, but it is being said. But really just witnessing the types, the thoughts that are happening, even maybe the sensations, the bodily sensations, like querying these, if you are sensing this withdrawn energy or like this slowing down, questioning that. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Like it's really, really, really strange. Yeah, that's all I can say. It's truly bizarre. My tissue. There might be a need to actually bring in some fun into your life, into your day. Just looking at the Hierophant card here, just, you know, things have been quite challenging for a very long time, and there's this need to just bring in fun and laughter again. Yeah, I'll show you the card. So if you look at, he's just like full of joy. And what the Hierophant is about in the shadow is really questioning our belief systems, especially if they're no longer relevant. Like really sitting with, and this can be in the form of thoughts, like when we believe a thought so much, or when we put a lot of attention into thought, and it's a particular repetitive type of thought, it becomes a belief system. So there's a need to really watch this, because this is a time of review. So reviewing belief systems and thought processes that are possibly outdated, that no longer resonate with us, but we're hanging on to them because we've always believed that, or it's you know, things have always gone this way, or this has been a tradition for so long. So really questioning, being in a space of questioning the validity of those beliefs, if that makes sense. So questioning whether things feel like they're still relevant for you, especially with these cards here. Fifth house, passion. Like, is it still feeling very much alive for you, or is it no longer relevant? Does it need to be let go of? As I said before, there's a lot of releasing. Does it need to be released? And I'm feeling this is coming up to the full moon. I think this is the last full moon of the year. So I think, anyway. But yeah, this is a time to really review what is happening, especially with the structures in our life, the things that have been of a traditional belief system or structures, and seeing where that fits for you now, coming up to full moon. I feel like this is even though this is meant to be timeless, we can always use this as a point of reflection. Like, does this align with me, or do I no longer resonate with this particular thought process? So let's get a couple of cards for clarification. Okay, clarify the Hierophant and Ace of Swords in the outcome. Sorry, in the obstacle. There is something about outcome though. If you're wanting a particular outcome, show me what needs to be seen. Right, so again, we have the Hierophant and we have the Lovers. So Gemini, Taurus energy again. So Taurus is showing up big time in this read. We are doing the earth sign, so very, very strong Taurus here. You're dealing with some air signs, water signs, and Gemini as well. So, as I said before, this could be in regards to a relationship with the Lovers card being here. But for this to be clarifying the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords, this may be some decisions that need to be made. The Lovers can show up as two opposing energies needing to come into union. So there may be, and not necessarily opposing, just two different energies coming into harmony. There may need to be some decisions made about where you stand in regards to either your religion or your spirituality or tradition or, you know, some kind of conformity, and really deciding where that fits with you now. Yeah, so that's clear as day. And then in the advice or the guidance, we have the Eight of Swords. It has shown up in the reverse, which is a good thing, because that means that you're stepping away from these self-imposed affliction, the self-imposed suffering when it shows up in the reverse. So as you can see in the picture, she's perceiving, or this energy is perceiving this bondage, this, you know, energy of being stuck. Yet in the reverse, it's slowly starting to see the light, like stepping away from that. So whether that's got to do with the Hierophant card, like being in a space of really questioning where you're at in terms of you know, any sort of constructs that's been in your life for a long time, whether that be belief systems, showing up in a different way, there's a sense that this is slowly being revealed to you, or as you're going through this process of slowing down, it's really starting to ask yourself those questions of, is this what I want to keep projecting? Is this the perception that I want to keep manifesting? Or do I really need to ask myself some deep questions about who I am, you know? And yeah, it might not be easy. There might be some tension, especially if it is to do with, you know, your religious beliefs, or it could even be political beliefs. Really questioning when you start questioning those things, and say for example you're born in a very religious household and you start questioning those things, and you just start saying things to family members, or asking them questions that might not make them feel comfortable, there is that possibility of tension, right? But this beautiful card is here, and as I said, change is happening for you, not to you. So yeah, sometimes it's not a very nice situation to be in when you're, especially if you're questioning a lot of things that have been, how does this want to be said? Questioning things that have been on a particular trajectory for a very, very long time. And you're going, wait, how does that even make sense anymore? Or does that make sense? Or do I want to be a part of that? Do I want to be feeding that kind of mindset? Or is it time to step away? Like, that is starting to happen here with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. But I will get some more clarity on this. Tell us more about the Eight of Swords. So yeah, we've got Two of Pentacles in the reverse, and we've also got the Seven of Cups. So more earth energy, Capricorn and Scorpio here. And so you may be feeling kind of all over the place. Two of Pentacles can mean juggling two different it can speak to balancing the material and the spiritual. So, and then with the Seven of Cups is like these choices, right? So you may be in a space where you're really starting to question things, really starting to weigh up options and juggle some different perspectives. And yeah, just seeing what works for you. Seeing what's true for you, I should say. Interesting, earth signs. Very, very interesting. Let's pull up a couple more things here. Actually, no, I will use that deck. So, I mean, yeah, the advice is just to stay in whatever process this is. Continue questioning, continue asking yourself, does this align for me? And also seeing the potential. So say, for example, you've only ever known one way of being or one way of doing things. And then you're presented with Seven of Cups. You're presented with all of these different options now. It's just like, oh, wait, what? We have limitless possibilities here. What is this about? I had no idea that was even an option. I didn't know I had more options. So really just being with that energy of, you know, questioning everything. And not necessarily in a way to get a response, but more to, I'm hearing like questioning, you know, what is even real anymore? And, you know, in the society we live in today, what is even real anymore with AI and everything else going on? What is real and what is not? What is being perceived as well? Like in the mirror, what are you perceiving? And yeah, what and all those perceptions affected or influenced by, you know, stories or narratives, or with the Hierophant here, ways of being that have been perpetuated over time. Like how are you holding yourself back, or how have you been, what stories are still alive for you that prevent you from seeing all these other opportunities that are available to you? What else do our beautiful earth signs need to know? Growth. This is a time for growth and affluence. So bringing in some good shit. Relief. I do feel that with the Eight of Swords. And if you're slowing down and starting to notice life and starting to question things, that does bring a relief. I shit you not. You start detaching from a lot of things. Detaching from, well, you know, tradition or belief systems that are no longer yours, or that might never have been actually for some. But, you know, you did it because this is what my family has always done, or this is how the company's always run, or this is the mindset that my friends have always had. And, you know, not wanting to step away from that for fear of feeling like an outsider, or you don't, you know, one of the basic needs of a human being is to feel like they belong. So perhaps you knew that it wasn't part of who you were. You knew that it was all an illusion, but you went along with it anyway because it was the only way you knew how. It was the only thing you knew, blah blah blah. And then we've got divinity. So you might be coming into this a deeper sense of self, a deeper sense of knowing yourself, apart from the constructs that you were a part of, if that makes sense. So if you were a part of a particular religion, realizing that being part of one consciousness doesn't necessarily mean following a particular order or following a particular belief system. You're already that. And it even says in the Bible, I am that I am. As far as I know, that is the only phrase in the Bible that is in all capitals. I am that I am. Exodus 3 or something to that effect. So, you know, realizing that you are a divine being. You are part of one consciousness. You are just this energetic form, part of one consciousness experiencing this experience, right? So I do want to read affluence for you just to get some more context. Okay, so it says wealth in all forms is available to you now. You are rich on all accounts. Drawing this card invites you to feel the abundant flow of having all that you need on the material and spiritual planes. If you are inquiring about a situation or relationship, this certainly indicates that there's much to be experienced here. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You are being provided for and rewarded at this time. Very, very interesting. And that happens, I feel like we bring in things when we are in a state of spaciousness, when we are in present moment, because we're in a space of surrender. We're in a space of allowing life, God, consciousness, source, however you want to phrase that, to work through us, to express the experience and take the mind out of it and just letting things flow, which as a result creates a lot of relief, because you just start, you, man. I cannot wait for this energy shift, seriously. Actually, no. It is what it is. So, yeah, okay. So it's whatever is happening right now, whatever you are going through right now, this is a time for you to realize that things are working for you, not against you. You are well taken care of, and the only thing you need to do is to practice present, is to be in the now, not worrying about, if you can see this little guy is walking forward but still looking back. So in that capacity, you're still walking forward, but you're just reflecting back as a point of context, as a point of reviewing things moving forward, but you're still moving, you're still operating from present space, and then not focusing too much on the future, because we have no control of that. We only have the now. Only the now is real. So with that, my friends, I will pull let's try a healing card from another deck, different to what I usually use, and we'll see what comes up. But these are all positive. These, I don't really feel like anything is negative. Every situation, every opportunity, oh my God, like me not being able to speak, what am I learning? That I need to reflect on. But every situation is an opportunity for growth, and is a way for us to come closer to who we really are. So no, I don't really believe in those types of experiences. Righto, so we've got number 2. See, 22 is prevalent here. Learn from past mistakes, grow into greater wholeness. So as I said, and there's that symbol again, utilizing the past. I don't know if you can see that. Utilizing the past as an indicator of progress, or an indicator of where things need to change, especially if it's been going and going and going and you just haven't been seeing change. It's just this perpetual space of suffering. And again, you cannot make this up. Rest and review your path. Assess what is and isn't working in your life. I mean, what more can I say about this? It's right there. It's right here. It's right here. It's all here. That might even be the title of this video. Rest and review your past. So especially if you are feeling these energies that are almost like doesn't feel like you. Do you know what I mean? Like you're like, why am I feeling this way? Don't stress out about it. We've got the Ace of Swords here in the reverse. Do not stress out about it. Be with it. Process it. Allow it to move through you, if that makes sense. Do not bypass this process, because I feel, especially if you're feeling this physically, allow it to move through you and do what it needs to do. Because if you do assign to those beliefs of DNA restructuring, or the body changing its frequency, because we are in a very tangible experience, right? It's all perceived, yes, it's all illusion, but we're still here, we're still operating from the senses. So if the body is sensing all these change, this is what to be said, if you're more sensitive to energies, you're going to feel this on a physical level. Not everyone's going to feel it, but if you do, it's the body trying to tell you, trying to say, chill. It's trying to say, rest your body, chill, you know, do more things that are slower pace. I'm not saying don't do those things that, because sometimes we do need that upregulation, but really just take a step back and literally rest and review the path, my friends. Righto, I'm going to do just that. Thank you so much for being here. If any of this resonated with you, please let me know. Do feel free to share, like, and subscribe, and press that notification bell so you'll know when I do share more videos, because I think they're going to be more sporadic now that school holidays are coming up. Well, one of my daughters is already on school holidays, so the videos are not going to be either as frequent or the exact days that I post. So do push that notification button so you get the notifications of when that happens. But other than that, take care of yourselves, my friends. Rest up, drink lots of water, and breathe. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Mwah.